There's a reason why certain people are poor, and poorness rubs off. I can tell by standing up here. I mean, I've been doing this a long fucking time, and I'm very good at it. I can smell death, and I smell it in this fucking room. Came into, and I gave a talk a couple years ago to the University of Kentucky, a rugby team. They were back-to-back national champs, and I'm screaming and yelling at them, and they wanted a three-peat. They wanted a third. So who do they bring me? I'm jumping, screaming, jumping up, and I'm choking them. They came from behind and won for the giver, me. When you want something done, you give it to me. Because when I tell you I'm gonna get it fucking done, I get it done. Come hell or high water. And that's what they have to see in you and your board. You've got to show that leadership or you're gonna fucking fail. It's not politically correct to scream at people like I do. And in fact, it was a Polish kid, now that I think about it, who said, you know, there's a lot of stuff that we don't tell you. It's not in the report. There's not a question for it. I hadn't really thought about that. And so we changed the report. This is about 3 years ago. What am I not telling them? It's like raising kids. Unless you ask the kid the exact right question, they don't think they're lying to you. So if you lie to yourself, and most of us do, myself included, we bullshit ourselves just like also ran. Because we got to make ourselves feel better. We can't be the biggest putz on the planet. And so we bullshit ourselves, just like our kids. For those of you that have kids, almost everybody's kid in this room is worthless. I can give you a list, how you should judge your kids. They're all worthless. You want to go to Oxford, you want to go to Harvard, you want to go to MIT, you want to be a top 1% scholar, they're worthless. But you bullshitted yourself into believing, just as your parents bullshitted themselves into believing that you were worth a shit. And that's life. Our kids used to say, but Johnny does it. I don't give a fuck what Johnny does. You gotta get straight A's. You got a letter in 4 sports. You gotta be able to run a mile when you're 9 years old in less than 5 minutes. Because you bullshit, because the standards are so fucking low now. They're just low. How you can come up with that fucking rationale? It's because you're missing more than just the DNA. You're missing, some brain cells. Now, some of you are so fucking stupid, but that's what you will use for an excuse. Because when you don't make QLA work, is you will not admit to yourself, it's that you can't make it work because you're retarded. And I mean nothing against people that are really retarded. That's not what I mean. You're brain dead. One of the kids, the last kid I talked to, he didn't say it this way, he wanted a get rich quick scheme. He didn't use those words. But we've all seen them on YouTube, get rich quick, right? Well, you came to the wrong motherfucker place because this is not the get rich quick scheme. If you do everything absolutely correct, like Josh Kim did, you can become a multimillionaire in 30 months. If you do everything kind of mediocre, you can get rich in about 5.5 years. And if you do everything like you're retarded, like you're Quasimodo, the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you can get everything done in about 7 years. Because most of you, just as you got married for the wrong reason, just as most of you are with a partner for the wrong reason, most of you came here for the wrong reason. There's a reason why certain people are poor, and poorness rubs off. I can tell by standing up here. I mean, I've been doing this a long fucking time, and I'm very good at it. I can smell death, and I smell it in this fucking room. When I walk into a business that I buy, I can go by the cubicles, and I can tell who to fire just by taking a deep breath when I pass their computer. And if you shut your computer off, you're fired right on the spot. Why would you shut your computer off when the new chairman walked by your cubicle? There's no good reason. None. Zero. They're all thieves. And why would I be so capricious and say, you're fired? Because I've been doing this a million years and I've passed a million cubicles. And I know never once when I followed up to see what the last page was on the computer, was there anything about business? And maybe I've been wrong one time in 10,000. So what? This is serious shit. And the irony of this, I used to do it for fucking free. I don't want to believe I was a goody two-shoes. I don't, please God, no. But I did it for free. I did it at junior high school, grammar school, in East LA. I did it at airports. What a fool I was. But I'm at the other end of that fucking continuum now. I was hard trying to be soft, something I wasn't. Now I'm hard because I am hard. There's an article in the Guardian newspaper today about Elon Musk is a dick. But the person that wrote the article, and so what? He's done this, but he's a dick. He screams at his employees, he makes them cry. His famous saying is, I could be lying on a beach in Central America or near Tahiti with a naked girl sitting on my face, And instead I'm here with you cocksuckers at 3 o'clock in the morning because you can't do your job. You're not gonna be Elon Musk either. And I'm not suggesting you hit your employees with cricket bats. I'm not suggesting any of that. But let's get fucking real. Our first offer is an embarrassing offer. You wanna piss the other side off. And you're afraid because your funnel of potential acquisition candidates is so small, you're afraid that he's gonna run or she's gonna run away. It's like the Egyptian rug peddler. It took us 9,000 years and there's 40 million stitches in his magic carpet and okay? And we wanted 800,000 euros. I'll give you 50 bucks. Take it or leave it. 50. Did you say 500? I say 50. And I start walking away. When Sally and I were in Egypt during the riots and the shooting people in the streets and all that shit, we're at the Valley of the Kings. Sally stops at every fucking booth and they haven't made a sale in 9 weeks, these guys, because they've been cordoned off. We had security guards. This is a God show, fighting the people off because Sally with her blonde hair and her diamonds and everything. I said 50 bucks. By the time we got to the armed bus, 80 bucks. 800,000 to 80. He said, you're killing me, you're killing me. The world's the opposite of that now. Now little girls kill themselves on Facebook because somebody said something not nice to them. What's happened? If that happened to one of my kids, I would go straight to the guy's house. I would kill that kid. I would kill all the siblings and I would kill the parents and grandparents and the fucking goldfish. I would eradicate them from the world. And yes, I'd go to jail for life. And what did I say? There are some things worth going to fucking jail for. I would eradicate them from life. I'm not recommending or suggesting you do any of that. I'm just telling you what I would do. Next year, I'm going to Panama and I'm gonna perform brain surgery, for real. I get a temporary license. We've got 3 volunteers, we're paying them. If they die, money goes to the families. I'm positive by the 3rd brain surgery, they'll be successful. No medical school, no fucking nothing, no training, no nothing. Just looking at YouTube. But you can't even watch my YouTube, you still fuck it up, don't you? You went too far with the scalpel, then you gotta clamp it off. I can't wait. I almost decided when I was gonna do the exorcism. That's what I do to get out of my comfort zone. What the fuck do you types of shit do? And I'm still trying to get out of my comfort zone. And you do dick, nothing, fuck all. There's one fucking moving part. Why is it so hard? I know it's hard because it's the only thing that you ever looked at that had one thing you got was your little pee-pee and you haven't been able to stick it in anybody. And that's exactly how they think, gals. I'm afraid of one moving part because so far my one moving part hasn't done shit. I can't make it any more vulgar. That's it. If you've been laid 45,000 times like me, you know that one moving part, it's got a mind of its own. I can't make it any more graphic. As the Brian QLA Rose says, when Pena goes, there's gonna be a black hole in the earth. And the earth is gonna implode on itself when I go. But I'm not going any fucking time soon. My death date is August the 10th when I'm 120 years old. On its surface, you may think you don't need to know the why, but they're trained differently. If you're an engineer, you're trained differently. You're more fucked. And if you have multiple degrees in engineering, you're just even more fucked. If you're a mathematician, you're fucked. If you have a PhD in math, which we had here a year or 2 ago, you're super fucked. Because there is no formula E equals MC squared for QLA. There's no answer. It's a big fucking question mark. The greatest tennis coach in the history of the world who can't play tennis. And all you want to know is why? He can't play fucking tennis. And you want to know, do I need to know anything about healthcare? You fucking trash. Trash. You didn't deserve to be born. You should have rolled down your fucking mama's fat thigh. Why do pregnant women gain 80, 90, 100 pounds? Because they're pigs. And for the first time in their life, well, I can eat anything I want because I'm eating for 2. What a load of shit. You came from pigs, you can only be a pig. I'm not happy.